Hey everybody, we have returned, Mike behind the camera and me in front of the camera. We're going to try to retrain me on how to throw. We're going to try not to do more than 80% power. There's a cone up ahead about 150 feet away from here I'm going to throw from, and we're going to see if we can retrain me to throw a little bit better. So
it's the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to turn it over to him. He's going to explain what we're going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do it.
Let's get you throwing 10 discs first.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to throw 10 discs first just to kind of get a baseline. I'm going to start out with my first disc, which is an AVR. Standstill or with a cross step?
Whatever you feel most comfortable.
I'll do standstill because I can't.
Okay, we'll do standstill.
I can't do a cross step.
And we're doing all putters right now.
Yeah, 10 putters. Okay. Here's a Luna. That kind of fell out of my hand. Let me see if I can. I'm not going for max distance, just. Another P2.
That was good.
Roach. Oh, that went too high.
Okay, slow down.
Yeah, yeah.
Like slow, like not your throw, but like you actually slow down.
I used hyzer accidentally.
You're good.
That was what I wanted.
That was good.
That was actually my attempt to hit the cone. And another judge. That's about 150.
That was pretty good. So here's the cone. This is 150 feet out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, probably within circle.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Go ahead and explain what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I do, how I throw. I'm no teacher or expert by any means, not a pro. Most of what I learned is from spin and throw. Was it Bradley Walker? Walker?
Yeah.
One
Bradley
of them is
Walker,
the pro.
I think.
I think it's Walker. And he teaches the spin and throw method. Loop Ghost is really good. If you know Danny Lindahl, he gets most of his information from Loop Ghost and just kind of reinterprets it. I kind of feel like it gets a little watered down. But if you go to the source, Loop Ghost is really good. And Danny Lindahl is actually kind of incorporating some of the spin and throw in there. And so when I first started, Danny Lindahl basically, he told you to reach back like this and then pull and go like that. And so when you're doing that, what you're doing is you're getting a lot of arm. You're using a lot of arm. The problem with that, well, one of the problems with that is this muscle group is relatively small compared to all of this when you get your lower body into it. And so the spin and throw teaches you to get your hips involved. So you're using all these muscles down here. So where Danny Lindahl is like this and going, you know, you can throw it, like that went okay, it didn't go where I wanted it to, as opposed to when you're getting your body into it and you're bringing it around and
Yeah, we're trying to avoid the all arm situation, which is what I'm doing. Because I basically watched initially some Danny Lindahl videos and other videos, and I basically learned how to throw mostly arm.
And that's what they teach you is the lawnmower method, the pull, and everything like that. But like I said, you know, you're relying on just this right here when you have all this muscle back here. It's like if you watch boxers and stuff, if you watch Mike Tyson throw a punch, Mike Tyson doesn't punch like this. You see him like he gets his whole body into it like that. And you're just using a lot more muscles. And if you get that and you get all that into the disc, you're getting much more energy into the disc and sending it, and you're doing less work. So that's what we're trying to do today, is we're trying to get our lower half into the disc to get it going. So you just go, you bring it, And that's very little effort, and that went, what, 200 feet?
250, almost.
Yeah.
Well over 200. That cone is 150, which you probably can't see on the screen, but.
So if I go, we'll try Danny Lindahl's method, or the pull, what you kind of first are taught, which is a misnomer, I think, or I actually think it's misinformation, because, and that's one thing that I learned when I first started doing disc golf. Like, they were teaching this, you know, this method, but when you watch the pros, that's not what they were doing. They were going like this. And then Bradley Walker comes out with the spin and throw, and it's like, oh, that clicked. So if you just do arm.
That still went pretty far, but that was a lot of hyzer.
Far, but that first shot was a lot more accurate.
Yeah.
And a lot better.
Yeah, and that hyzer problem is one of the ones that I have when I do the reach back. And so I've always had that problem of trying to rein that in and throwing it straight.
Yeah.
And actually, to compensate for that hyzer, I've ended up turning my wrist, and so that's why I get this weird sort of arc to my throw.
So, which goes to my next point.
Yeah.
Good segue.
Yeah.
So especially if you watch the videos where I first started, I first joined Nick and everything like that, you'll see a lot of my shots hyzer on there. And you'll see me when I'm coming and throwing, I'm bent over like this. And so I'm bent over, so the disc is already this. And then on top of that, I'm putting hyzer on it. So I'm bent over, pour more hyzer. So now my discs, they can only go that way, unless I do a massive correction like this. But now I have two opposing, not forces, but two opposing angles in there. So I took a lesson from Seth Talbot. He's a touring professional. He lives locally here. And he showed me, first thing he did was he told me I wasn't reaching back far enough. And so I started reaching back more, because like you'll notice in the other videos, like I'm just here and going. And that's okay, but I'm not getting full use. I'm not getting full power. And because it's basically your body's kind of like a spring, and you're wanting to wind up, and the further back you go, the more energy you're creating, or more tension. Yeah. And so he did that, and then what he told me to do is stand up straighter, keep your knees bent. You want an athletic stance, and make that disc flat. And then when you have that disc flat and you just bring it on that plane, it flies out flat. And like that, because I was having a real problem with nose up. You'll see a lot of my shots are nose up and they go into the trees. And I was like, I told him when I took the lesson, I was like, I have a bad problem with nose up. I just can't get to the nose angle. I would, you know, do this, pour the tee, watch my release and everything. But he's like, just get it flat and do that. So when I'm throwing, all I'm really concerned about is bringing the disc from, I set an imaginary point A to point B. That's my target line to whatever. And I'm trying to just imagine there's like a bar right there, and just sliding it evenly on it. If I go like this or like this, I'm creating a nose up or nose down angle. So I'm either throwing in the dirt or I'm throwing in the ground. But if I can just get it flat.
Cool.
That's it.
Gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to aim for that cone, but use that sort of, oh, I didn't release it quite right, but getting there. Oh, armed it a little bit. Let me use less arm, because that was a little bit of grip lock. There we go. That's more what I wanted. Right past the cone. Oh.
Okay, so how was your angle on that?
My angle was more like that.
Okay, how was the disc when you brought it back?
Need to do more like that. I don't know. I thought I had it straight, but I guess not.
No, you were turned.
Turned? Okay.
No.
Oh, that one I just...
That was better.
This, I'm not trying to aim for the cone. I'm just trying to throw straight. There we go. Ah, too much hyzer.
You got a little nose up.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're still doing a lot of arm.
Wah. I'm going to try again to throw straight towards the cone, but try to use more.
Just try to throw over the cone. Yeah, cone's your target line. That was better. But you see how much less effort you're putting into that, and it's going as far as when you were just like, when you first did it and you were using all your arm.
There we go.
That time you kind of looked like you powered through that one.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was trying to use more power with my body, but I don't think I achieved what I...
Throw it right and the power will come. That was good. That was good.
Right past the cone?
That was probably an ace run right there.
Yeah.
Okay, these last four, I don't want you thinking about throwing it hard or anything like that.
Okay.
I just want you to concentrate on getting it from point A to point B flat.
Okay.
Get your elbow up. And I want you, when you come back, I want you to just kind of pause and look and see if that disc is flat.
Okay. I released it late.
You use your arm. Your arm through before your hips engaged. There you go. That was better. That was better.
Next to the pole. There we go. That was much
better.
easier.
So those last three were really good. You got your hips engaged in there. And I mean, it's basically you got to learn to crawl before you can walk.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And you know, you're having to go and relearn all this stuff over again.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing, just that, like you're getting more of your body into it. And as you get more comfortable getting into that, then you can start going faster. Then you can start getting a little more power in there. You know, but you want to get that muscle memory taken care of first.
So Mike is going to go out 200 feet, and I'm going to essentially throw to him. Mike's microphone is still live, so you should be able to hear him a little bit.
Don't throw it hard, just throw it to me.
Roger that. So the most I ever really throw these putters straightish is about 200 feet, which is why we were doing this. He's got it at 150, 175, 200, and 225. And he's standing just behind the 200, so I'm gonna try to power. Okay. We don't think I can reach 200 feet consistently, so I don't want y'all to expect it. That was too much arm. I can't hear him, but you can. Too much arm. I bring my elbow up. Hopefully that's a little better. Oh, that was grip lock.
You strong armed that one.
Yeah, strong armed it. Let me do this where I don't strong arm it. That's how I normally throw, unfortunately. Nope, that's how I normally throw. That was a bad one. There we go. That was not good. Nope. Welcome to our world, guys. It's a terrible world filled with danger, misadventure, and bad throws.
I had a couple that were really good. Like some of them, you're coming back like this and you're muscling it over here. You had some, when they came out, your release angle was up, which, I mean, that just gonna take work. And some of them, you were a little to the side, so you're hyzering and everything like that. Just concentrate from getting, you know, sliding on the board, point A to point B, as flat as you can. It's point A, and then to point B.
Okay.
And that, how much muscle did I put into that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I wasn't even thinking of throwing. All
Yeah.
I was thinking about is point A to point B, getting that flat. Like I was looking at the disc the whole time, looking, make sure it's flat, until it goes out. Just go.
That's your roach?
That was a Luna.
Luna, got it. All right, I've adjusted the angle slightly to get maybe a slightly different look of how I'm throwing.
So this time, I don't want you to worry about accuracy.
Okay.
That being said, I don't want any of my discs in the bayou.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want them in the road.
Yeah, yeah.
So your measure of accuracy is this side of that overgrow on the cart path and these trees right here. Everything else, I just want you to go point A to point B and see where they go.
Okay. I guess grab all those and put those there, if you don't mind, while I'm doing this. Okay.
You strong-armed it.
Yeah.
If you're going,
Yeah, yeah.
it's probably, so another thing you can do is breathe in and exhale before you throw.
Okay.
And go. And when you do that, that kind of relaxes your body. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when pitchers are pitching,
Yeah.
they're like, and then throw. Same with batters. Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you get that exhale in there, but that's also, I mean, that's something else to work on. Watch the disc from point A to point B.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. But I want you to practice, like if you're throwing while you're playing. When you're playing, are you going to do this? Are you going to wind up before you play, or are you going to throw?
Okay.
Because I mean, it's fine if you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what you want to do, you want to create a consistency in there. It's like when they talk about putting and get that putting routine. You know, you want to practice your same putts. You know, practice the same way you throw. You muscled that one.
Yeah.
Muscled it.
Yep.
Watch the disc. Just slow down and just watch it. Like just come, throw. It doesn't take much. They want to fly. That was better. That was good. Okay, that wasn't bad. Those last three were really good. Okay, so grab a disc. And how do you hold it? Show me your grip.
Typically, it's this grip.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. Power grip, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is take that, and I want a straight line
Okay.
from your thumb all the way up here, and then like you're pouring coffee.
Okay.
So you get that down. Let me see. Okay. So when you reach back, you know, point A, point B.
Yeah.
I want that thumb pointed at point A.
Okay.
And when you bring it, I want you to keep this straight
Okay.
all the way to point B, and that's when the disc is going to rotate and it's going to snap and go over. Nope. Nope. Keep it straight. So do you reach back?
It's not the way you're doing it.
Reach back.
Okay, reach back. Okay.
Okay. So I want a straight line right there. That's good. So you see how that's straight? Your arm's not like this. It's not like this.
Like that. Okay.
Straight. Straight. There you go.
I get it. I think it flopped a little bit in the, like I think it did kind of this in the whatever, but I'll try to. Something like that.
Okay, that was good.
A lot
You
of
had
arm.
you brought it up a little bit when you were bringing it forward, but still good.
Okay.
There you go.
That's over 200. Or no, just shot
And
200.
how hard did you throw that?
Yeah, not that hard.
How hard did you throw that?
About 50% maybe.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay, don't get lazy.
Yeah,
don't get lazy.
Are you kidding? That's my brand. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Nope. How's your wrist? There you go. There you go.
Oh, wow.
All right, slow down, calm down.
Trying to rip it.
Yep.
Didn't go any further.
The ripping will come.
More power, less distance is what just happened.
It's the one thing that I like that Danny Lindahl says. Smooth is slow and slow is far. How's your wrist? You were like this.
Okay.
So when you're doing that, what you're doing, we're talking about that energy. Like you wanna, when you're doing this, you're using energy to bring it through like this.
Yeah.
And then go. Whereas right here, you got it. All that energy is right there and it's just ready to go, pow, release.
I do think a lot of times when I'm letting it go like that, and that's what's causing some nose up and late release. That's my guess.
You want to keep it straight. Like the disc will rip out of your hands.
Okay.
Now for a while, like I was kind of curling it like this and then trying to put spin on it.
Yeah.
And you can get more spin. You can probably get a little more distance out of it, but your accuracy is going to be shot. Like this is what Seth taught me. This is what I've been practicing on. This is how I've been getting good.
Okay. I went too high.
It's okay. You still got a good pull on it.
Ah.
That was okay. Let's go with that. That was better. Your wrist was a little bent, but that was pretty good. And that was an understable one, so
Yeah.
did good. Okay, so what we were talking about is form and strong arming it. And it's not how much you put into it here. It's not with your arm. If your arm is sore, if your shoulder is sore, you know, you're probably doing it wrong. Like very rarely when I'm playing is my arm sore, unless I'm doing like a lot of side arms. But it's about efficiency and how efficient you get it. Like both of us can probably out bench press Paige Pierce. I mean,
maybe.
Speculate, maybe.
She's strong.
Maybe.
She's a strong woman.
Yeah, she's an athlete. But, you know, given she can outthrow us any day.
Yeah.
Why? It's not because she's strong. It's because she's efficient and she's using all her body in the most, she's like a machine. That's why she's my favorite player. Like, I think you put her against anybody, you know, pound for pound, and she's going to dominate everything. She just knows how to get all that energy into that disc and send it down the fairway. And so that's what we're trying to do. So we're just trying to get that form going, and the power will come.
So what we're going to do here is a little different. I've moved up to mid-ranges. Now, I'm only going to throw 10 mid-ranges, what, once?
11.
11?
You can throw them as many times as you want.
All right, well, I'm going to throw a set of 10 mid-ranges, but before I do that, I've got one dart I want to throw.
Okay.
And the reason why I brought the dart and I want to throw it, I want to see if I can do it a more correct method than the method I've been doing, which basically is this.
It's just the
spray
and pray. So how far do you think you're going to get your mids on average?
I'd like to think over 200.
Okay.
We'll see.
I think you can do that.
Yeah. Right now there's a little bit of a wind pushing this way, so.
But you were just throwing putters.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
That is naturally understable. Let me.
You kind of, when you were reaching back, your wrist was a little bent, you corrected it, but you kind of corrected it as you were throwing. Tried to correct it before. That was good.
Starting with buzz SS's to buzzes. Too much hyzer.
Okay, you were a little off balance.
Yeah, I was.
Better, but you led with your shoulder. You pulled it like this. No, stop.
Okay.
Just reach back, get your weight on your back foot, shift your weight, throw.
Nope. Absolutely gummed that one up.
It's okay. That was good. Your wrist was a little bent, but it was good.
Still a little too much arm.
Yeah. Look at, check your wrist before you throw. You're still. Okay. Point it like you're pouring coffee, or like you're turning a key.
Okay.
There you go. It's almost 250. That's it.
Still off balance towards the end.
Yeah. A little nose up, but that was.
Now the method a little bit more overstable. Should be.
There you go. You had that shift.
Yeah.
Your heel went down, and that triggered your arm to come forward, and then you went. Good job. Okay, so like I said before, I'm not a pro. I'm not even good by any means. I'm just
Trying to help me out because I need all the help I can
trying
get.
to help you out and just relaying what I have learned. You know, I've been playing. It'll be a year in 3 days, actually. September 20th.
And he threw 383 feet yesterday, so.
Yeah. So yeah, September 20th is my disc golf birthday.
Cool.
So when I started, like I said, I was doing the lawnmower pull, just kind of realized that something wasn't right in there, started going with the spin and throw method, Loop Ghost, listening to them, and so I'm just trying to relate to Nick, you know, how it's going, like how, just kind of the thought process that's going on in my head and how I can relate and how, I mean, I feel it's helped me get better. And so we're not trying to throw far, we're just trying to throw right. You throw it right, the disc will go far. That.
Hey, and it didn't do the hook that it normally does. It didn't turn.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
That's an unstable disc, and it didn't turn, so that means I threw that right.
That looked really good. That was like one of your best throws today, actually. You got your weight shift. You're a little off balance at the end, but even in that one, you got your weight shift.
Yeah, I went too fast, and I put myself out of balance. Said slow, smooth,
Smooth as fly.
All that.
There you go,
There
Nick.
you go.
Look at that.
I threw that tip too high.
That was but still, it was good. There you go.
Oh.
You got your weight shift. You just kind of strong armed it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Too much arm, but
And your wrist was a little. So when you're going like this with your wrist, what you're doing is you're bringing that edge up like that. And I think when you're bringing it around, you're letting it go. That's what's causing you to hyzer or anhyzer.
Right.
So I would say probably 75% of those were really good, maybe 80,
Yeah.
85. Like I think you're ready to play tat.
Cool.
But if you see that, that's consistent, that's straight, that's in the middle of the fairway in there.
Yeah.
That's how you get lower scores.
Cool.
Like if you're playing in a forest, like at tat or something like that, you're on the fairway.
Cool.
You're not in the trees.
Yeah.
Here, throw this one.
Cool. Threw too high and too late. But it didn't turn per se, it just left late.
Yeah, I think you let go too late.
Do one more Luna. Yeah. Lucky number 13 to collect.
Look at that.
All right, I think we're done with the backhand. We'll try
Not
forehand.
bad at all.
We'll try forehand next. All right, and it'll go without saying, if you have any tips, advice, suggestions, critiques, hopefully constructive, please let me know in the comments down below because I need to improve, as anyone that's watched my videos knows. We're now going to switch to forehand, so a disclaimer. I've never tried throwing putters forehand beyond 100 feet in my side yard. I've tried throwing mid-ranges with my sidearm or forehand, but I usually get no more than about 200 feet. So everything you're about to see is completely experimental, but We'll see if I can throw these correct. These are the same 10 putters, Lunas, Roaches, Judges, etc.
And this is what I'm working on too.
Oh, the ground is really undulated, so. Okay, that was, I'll be fine tuning myself because these are all straight / stable, neutral putters, every one of them. That one, I turned it a little bit too much with my wrist.
So when you're going, how's your grip? Your grip's like
My grip
this?
is like this. Now what I try to do is I try to do a little pump fake. I saw Brody Smith do this, so it helps connect me to the disc. And
why don't you do that before? So,
Yeah.
So get your grip.
Yeah.
Get it shaking in like that.
Yeah.
And then cock your wrist back.
Okay.
So get it in position.
Okay.
And keep it like that for
Okay.
when you throw, and then you go and just. And so that way, instead of like going like
that.
like
and then-
this and that, because you're getting like all those extra movements in there.
Okay. Okay.
Cock your wrist back. There you go.
Oh yeah, I turned it too much, but I could tell that I turned it too much, which is something I can't do when I'm doing sidearm. And I'm not going straight towards those cones. I'm going a little bit to the right. That's deliberate.
We're going for distance. We're not going for accuracy. Paul McBeth said, get the distance and then work on the accuracy.
Oh, that one came out of my hand wrong.
Yeah, just don't go in the bayou or hit a dogger or something.
That came out late. I'm going to go back to what I was doing just because I think I'm in tune with it.
Okay, whatever works for you.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
Okay, do it in slow motion.
Okay.
Don't throw it. Just let me see. Okay. So you got your brace, your plant, and then get your hip in there.
Okay.
And you feel that, like, get your hip into that.
Like a one-step drill?
There you go. You got more
Okay.
power in that one.
Okay.
That was one of the best pieces of advice is Matthew Sanchez. There's two brothers that play. And that's what, like, their forehand is just awesome. And I asked them about that, and that's what they said. They said, get your hip into it. And that's what I did.
There we go.
Better.
So those are all about 150 in terms, and that's really good for me for a putter. 150 is great.
I think it's good. Try it again. All right, so we're gonna try 10 again, and we're gonna try to just see, for giggles, see the difference between us. We're gonna change the grip. So you've been gripping like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Stack grip.
So your fingers are closed like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only parts touching the disc are right here.
Yeah.
And right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this finger. And I want you to put it like this.
Okay.
Like that. Then this finger right here. That way, that kind of helps. You can kind of angle the disc with it.
Like this?
No, you're not moving this. You're moving this finger right here. So you have 4 points of contact. You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. And you just kind of use that to help keep your disc level.
Okay.
And there.
Like that?
Yeah. And then cock your wrist back.
Is that what it looks like on your end?
Just like that. It's like we're making up gang signs.
Yeah. West side. But all right.
All right. So like that.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go like that if that's comfortable.
Okay.
I'm like this.
Okay.
And that just gives me 4 contact points. And then cock your wrist back, and then just do it. This is
Okay. We're just going to be experiment. Got it.
The first one's probably gonna feel weird, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
And again, I'm throwing that way, not that way. Ow, that hurt.
Okay,
But it worked.
Don't throw it hard.
Yeah.
Throw it right. Don't throw it hard.
I'm going to have to go back to this part here.
Try it
but
one more time.
Okay.
One more time.
Like that.
Yep.
Maybe I didn't have it positioned right. So.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Don't throw it hard. Just throw it right.
Ah. Yeah, that hurts the
That
way
hurts?
my fingers aren't on it the correct way.
Okay.
I have to throw using my way because the way my fingers are positioned, it hurts this.
Okay. Yeah.
Index
Well, if it
finger.
hurts, then don't do it.
I'm just going to do the normal way, but still try to incorporate your.
When I started, I threw it your way, like that. And then another kind of variant of that, this guy Austin told me, is if you just kind of
Did it like, yeah, put it more like this. Like when I first started, I thought you did it like that, but I do it like that now to where it's on top, yeah.
But that feels weird to me. So I totally understand that doesn't feel right because that feels weird. But when I started like this.
Okay.
But yeah, I would. Can you keep? Yeah.
I can still put that there.
Yeah.
This doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I still have four contact points.
Yeah. Try that.
That felt good.
It wasn't bad. A little wobbly.
Yeah.
So it's wobbling because you're not getting spin.
Yeah, I'm not getting the right spin on it. There we go. That's closer to what I want.
You threw before your elbow.
Okay.
Like elbow and then
lag. Let the elbow lag.
So what I want you to do on this one, like all I want you to do is your elbow forward, and then I just want you to think about just putting spin on it. That's it. Just like spin.
Okay. There
Better?
It's about 175. 175 with the putter is great for me, sidearm.
175 with the putter is great for it. There you go. A little bit better.
150, 60, 160 almost.
Okay, what you're doing, you're not bracing.
Bracing.
What you're doing is you're walking, you're throwing, and you're just keeping on walking.
Okay.
You need to brace, get that energy into the putter.
Okay.
And go. But remember, throw it right.
Right.
Don't throw it hard.
Got it. Oh, too low.
You got too much going on right now.
Yeah, a little course correction. Ah, yeah. In my attempt to overcorrect, that threw it down.
Throw this.
A little better. It resisted the turn. That's good.
Wasn't bad.
All right, gonna try one more set. I'm gonna lead it off with my dart, which is relatively unstable.
And just all you think, just think of just putting spin on it.
Okay.
That's in that Paul Yobari and Brian Earhart video. That's what he talks about, is like just put spin on it. Just. Try just to stand still.
Okay.
Just bracing. Whoa, turn that one over. I suck at sidearming putters. I think you muscled that one.
Yeah, I muscled that and threw it into the ground.
It's better. I still think you're throwing. I think you're throwing the disc before your elbow instead of your elbow coming, and then it's kind of creating that resistance. Yeah, that lag, and then like you're going like this.
Okay.
Instead of like this.
Like that. Okay.
You can get that kind of whip, and then that allows you to put your hip into it.
Ah.
It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah, it did.
But when you get it, that's better.
Oh, again to the ground.
Arm. Let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
So your legs should be coming
through.
Through.
Okay.
Because you're going like this.
All arm, got it.
So what you're doing is you're fighting.
Got it.
That energy instead of letting that energy come and just go.
Got it.
You're keeping your energy potential. instead of kinetic.
I tried going through with it.
Yeah.
I think it was too much body language.
It's a lot. I'm just standing here looking pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugly.
Too much want on that.
It's also really hard to do with putters.
Too much hyzer. I was overcompensating for the Luna.
Get your follow through. You're still dragging.
Roger that.
Better. You're still not letting yourself come around.
All right, so the battery ran out on the GoPro, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this one round, and then we're gonna let some people come through and play. It's my most unstable throwing disc.
That was better, but you gotta let your body come through.
Okay. I'm forcing it, so I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, we'll be done in a few minutes.
I think we're gonna start about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Spending too much time forcing it, forcing the changes. Too much?
Just throw it right.
Yep.
Just get the spin on it. Yeah. Try throwing this one.
Wraith, G-Star.
You tried to strong arm that.
Yeah, I did.
You knew that was a distance drive.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna put it
I'm
on
gonna
there.
get it. Let me try T-Bird real quick.
All right.
All right, T-Bird 3, fastest disc that I've got. We'll end it.
Here, let me switch sides with you, Carter.
Better.
All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.
And let us know what we're doing wrong.
Yeah.